Alright. So I just got through talking about the traffic service. Well, I remember in the video too when I was watching that I just wiped my Copilot and reinstalled it, or I wiped my tablet, one of the two, and I wasn't able to show why I had customized my routes using the drag route feature. Plan or edit trip, and then trip options. And on my original video, when I clicked load, it was grayed out, and when you clicked on it, there's nothing here. So since I made that video, these are all my custom routes, or the ones that I added back in, either way. But so basically, these are all the ones that I did with the drag route feature, and I saved it so that way I can get it to take me where I want it to go without having to do it every time. For instance, Lithonia. Calculate. So yeah. When I went to go down here, I can't remember what the options were, the alternates were, but it wouldn't want to bring me down this 411. So basically, I used my drag route feature, right here, drag route, and then I drug my route down to 78, so that way it take me down 411. And once I got it put in here, I came down here to not alternate, edit trip. And once I got it locked right here on the 78, and I knew that's where I was wanting to go. I zoomed in all the way on my streets, to see the, fine detail of the streets to make sure. Trip options, and then I did save. So that's how you do that. Another example, trip options, clear entire trip, yes. Trip options, load. Yeah, I guess we can do this high point. So basically, the GPS routed me almost the way I wanted to go, but it took me down an exit farther than what I wanted to go. So I drug my route and made it take me an exit before, so that way I could go the way that I wanted to. So basically, I did it on the two locations for Bethel Drive. And all it was is the exit that it wanted to take me on. It's not that big of a deal. Just the one before it is a little bit easier, and especially when we come to leave, that particular exit that it routes you on by itself, when you go to leave, it has no accel lane or anything. And so, big truck getting up to 55 mile an hour, yeah, that's not good. So the exit that I choose, it has an accel lane. So anyways, that's the reason why I did that, just so that way I get used to that route. And so that's another one. I'm trying to think of another good one. We'll go back here and look. So clear, trip options, load. Nanya down in Lake City, South Carolina. Yeah, I had to customize that one. Oof. That was rough. Staten Island. I can't remember what Staten Island tried to get me to go on, but I had directions in there, so I basically put the directions that I was given by seasoned drivers that have been there plenty of times, and made my GPS go that way. Cottage Grove. I don't like going up through Chicago, so I drug it over, out of the way a little ways, just to get me out of and around Chicago. Jacksonville terminal down there when I was with Tidewater. It had a funky little way to get me into that terminal, so I didn't like it, so I changed it to a route that I did like, and I saved it. But yeah, I mean, you know, there's a few on here, and that's pretty much it. So that's what it would look like.